The industry is challenging, but challenges mean there's opportunities, and that's really where we're focused on, of how can we navigate that.
The big issue back in the day was obviously the supply chain constraints that we had. What that highlighted to a lot of the industry was just how important that collaboration was within the industry, understanding where markets were moving, because it was just so fluid and it was up and down all over the shop.
In the last 2 to 3 years, we've experienced some unprecedented market conditions with increases in material costs, shortages in labour, so it was quite a challenge for us in how we adapted.
When you look at the technical side of it, the industry operates on Excel. Every team member can basically run a procurement schedule or a tender letting process however they want. They can run all their own formulas, and you end up losing that consistency. And as soon as you lose the consistency, you lose the efficiency.
We as an industry have not adapted to technology as much as we could or should. Technology, in our view, is going to be a key part of what the future looks like in the industry, of how we operate differently.
What I've seen over the last 11 years is the evolution of technology in the construction industry. It's incredible to see the impact that it can have on operational efficiency and productivity and just making lives easier.
So I think one of the biggest challenges we found was actually having a clear line of sight as to what was coming up in terms of purchasing opportunities.
The biggest obstacle was staying across at least 30 trades through Microsoft Outlook, OneNote and then Excel, and you don't necessarily have the time to sift through 3 platforms to find an answer.
And if it's not updated, then it's only as good as the last person who updated it. So therefore you can be making decisions on what you think is real time, but it's actually not.
It's just absolute chaos trying to find where things are saved. How does that formula work? So consistency is absolutely key.
We clearly identified that it was really inefficient the way we were doing things. All the information wasn't coming to the surface, and then it was finding a product that actually fixes those problems.
The business needed to improve the way it collaborated across our regions and projects. Those challenges forced us to look at how we could do that differently.
We shopped the market, we did our DD, we did the RFPs, and it was very clear for our business that the right fit for us was the ProcurePro system. But a big part for us that we also look for is the relationship that sits behind our vendors and our partners. And we saw a very, very closely aligned business in that as well.
Biggest thing with ProcurePro that I would say is it's enhanced our collaboration amongst the projects without having to pick up the phone and call each other. Here at McNab, our job is to deliver certainty. Systems like ProcurePro help that.
That collaboration, consistency and efficiency that you get out of ProcurePro, I noticed that immediately. We can look for opportunities and actually get that good cross-pollination of thought and subcontract engagement.
Some trades were procured within 1 or 2 days of actually letting it to the market because of how quick we could do it on ProcurePro. The old way, it would be at least, I think, 3 to 4 days, maybe more.
I love nothing more than seeing when a project team down the Gold Coast is working with Brisbane and making a best for business decision rather than a best for project decision. Where we are now to 3 years ago from communicating across our offices is so much better.
And one of the best things about ProcurePro is everything's there in that one space. So there's lots of really cool tech companies out there at the moment that want to solve one problem, but ProcurePro has gone out and solved a whole host of problems, which means we don't have to go and buy other software.
I wouldn't imagine doing a job without it. I'm a massive supporter of it. I think our efficiency is so much higher. I think our collaboration is that much higher. It's been a fantastic integration into what we do day to day.
Point of difference is it's actually been designed and built by a builder for builders, so that's made the adoption really simple.